Okay, so Fahim, why have we stopped? What are you looking at?
Okay, so I'm just looking across to those trees, which are changing the color of the leaves into a golden, yellow, gold, bronze color.
Yep.
And there's some at the right at the back as well. And
It's a stunning view as the trees are changing.
Yeah, and this particular tree is stunning. This one here, look at the colors
Yeah,
on that.
really, really golden. So tell me about autumn and the changing color of the trees. Okay. Why are not all trees? So there's a group of trees over there that are still all very green.
Yeah.
At the back.
So essentially, nature is amazing, of course. Subhanallah. We have deciduous trees which drop their leaves, and we have the evergreen trees which retain their leaves throughout winter. And the trees have basically employed two strategies. One is to shed the leaves in the winter, because in the winter the days are shorter and there's less light, and there's also a risk of the leaves freezing in frosty conditions. And if the water within the leaf freezes, then you can sort of kill the leaf, and which may also harm the tree. Evergreens, on the other hand, do not drop the leaves.
Okay, so I can see you're standing between an evergreen and a deciduous tree. Do you want to tell us about them?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so on the right of me, you have the evergreen plant. In fact, it's ivy, which is not really a tree, it's a bush, or it's a creeper, but nevertheless is green. And on the left, you have the deciduous tree, and growing within the trunk also is the ivy, which is green. So the deciduous tree is actually starting to shed its leaves. So how is it doing that? Okay, so if you remember back to your biology classes, trees have veins, and the veins come from the root all the way up the trunk and into the leaves. And obviously the water is taken up from the roots and it gets evaporated out of the leaves. So it's a means of getting water into the leaves. And also the veins also allow the nutrients that the leaf is producing, the sugars the leaf is producing, to go into the rest of the tree and obviously help it grow. So in the autumn days, what the leaf is doing, you have the leaf and sort of the stalk. What the tree does is starts to plug that stalk, the vein in that stalk. And as it's doing so slowly, it's obviously preventing the water getting in, or reducing.
So almost like a cork.
Yeah, it will be like, it's called corktation actually.
Yeah.
So it's a good description. So it's reducing the amount of water coming into the leaf, and also it prevents all the sugars that the leaf is producing, because obviously it's still photosynthesizing, to go out of the leaf into the tree. And as the sugars accumulate in the leaf, it's that what causes the color change. So eventually the sugars overwhelm the chlorophyll, which is green, and that's why you lose the green color, and you start to develop this sort of yellow, bronze, gold color. So eventually this corktation carries on, and eventually the vein is blocked completely, and that's when the leaf just falls away. And of course, it falls onto the ground, where it's decomposed by fungi and invertebrates and worms, and all the nutrients go back into the ground and are taken up by the tree during the next growing season, and so the cycle continues.
Excellent.
And so the evergreens, on the other hand, don't drop their leaves, and that's because their strategy is that they've developed this like an antifreeze within the leaves. So when the weather freezes, the leaves do not freeze, because they have this antifreeze in the leaves.
Whereas some of them are have got like a waxy coating. They're thicker leaves as well.
Yeah, they're thicker leaves, and they're more needle-like leaves. That's just to reduce the evaporation in the winter, so it doesn't lose too much water. And remember, when you're out and about, keep your eyes peeled, because you never know what you might hear or what you might see.